Another really slow first half for whatever reason, and then start playing defence in the second half for whatever reason. Like we give up 51 in the first half, we give up 9 in the third quarter alone. So like we can do it, why we can't, especially in the first quarter or first half, I don't know. And then they did some, like we shot, I think it was 25 threes in the first half. And again, I'd want to watch the film back, but of the 25, I reckon 21 of them felt like they were normal, pretty wide open Perth Link shots. They just didn't go in. So, like, if you're going to not guard Maley at 37% from three and they're not going in, like, okay, that's a new strategy. So we've seen it the odd time, but it's 2 games in a row we've seen that now. So we'll go to work and fix it and we'll go again.
The 2 halves is becoming when you got 2 weeks in a row, and there's been different games throughout the year where it's happened. Like that must be the thing you're starting to wonder why we play really, really well for a half and really, really poorly for different points.
Yeah, just soft and passive in the first half for whatever reason, and then eventually get ticked off at half time or after a whack in the beak, and suddenly we're all fired up. Like if we would start like that, and it's something we've been talking about, but just haven't been able to get the action.
You got a theory on that?
No, but it is something that we need to fix. Like if we, want to make a deep run into finals and stuff, like that's on us. That's a fixable thing because we can do it. Like it's there. We just need to put it together for 40 minutes.
But with Chibber, I think in the last game he yelled at you all at half time. Did the same thing happen tonight, or was this just everyone just realised?
Look, I think we'll figure it out. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out. Like that's on us to do, and yeah, see.
It's a blow from the ladder perspective. Like this was a game that genuinely was going to decide ladder positions at the end of the year. Like, how do you feel now knowing that they've got top spot for them to keep if they want?
Yeah, we top 3. Like it's been this kind of battle all season. So nothing really changes. Clearly, would love to have won it, but to expect like to beat Bendigo and Townsville in the space of 5 days is tough. And had a really bad first half tonight and played much better in the second half. Again, these games are not 50-50s, but they're pretty. Like we're never going to just beat these guys 100 times out of 100, and vice versa. What's weird with this series is that they've beaten us at home twice and we've beaten them up there. And even if the first game was a bit of a wash without Chibber, without Hahn, like again, they played really well in Perth and we played really well in Townsville. So it just kind of is what it is, to be honest.
Anneli, it's not often you play the top team in the league twice in 5 days, and it's like even less common that it's 2 different teams. How do you feel about your group's resilience in these last 5 days?
Look, I mean, again, this is like all preparation for finals. Like really, like these, like there's really no excuse. Like if we want to win, we have to be able to put these things together. So I think like you learn more from your losses, you do your wins. So it's going to give us a lot to look at. But like I can see a lot of positive takes out of this game. Like there's so many things we can take out of it. It's like I said, it's on us to then like go back to the drawing board and fix a couple of things. But yeah, I think that the main point is really like when we do decide to like get angry and play, it's like a night and day difference. So just finding a way like as a leadership group to kind of cultivate that from the very beginning, that's something that we can definitely do.
And then the players kind of met after the game. Is that more of a conversation about this game, or is that kind of moving forward?
On the court? What do you mean?
Like right after the game had finished. Like the whole group.
Oh, when we huddled?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, we do that after every game, win or loss. That was more of a, stay together, like we always do. Talk about a couple of the key points that we wanted to take out, and most of us, if not all of us, go home and rewatch the games. You probably instantly, like I know that's what I'll be doing. So just a couple of things that we want to look at, encouraging people to go back and watch the game, sticking together, and then just like, okay, look, focus on your recovery, look into the game, and then we move on. So
Shannon said he felt the blow to Hahn's face third quarter was basketball instead. What was your thoughts?
Sorry, he said that's a basketball play?
He said it was a basketball play.
Wow. Shannon said that's a basketball play, and Jenny says that's a basketball play, then it's a basketball play, apparently.
Did you have a good view of it?
I've just literally watched it on KO then.
What did you think?
Play on, apparently.
What did you think?
I didn't think play on, obviously, but the league thinks that's okay, and if Shannon thinks that's okay, then it's okay.
And she was furious.
Uh-huh.
And then got really angry.
Yep.
You talked about the anger side of her and how she could lose the plot if she wanted to hurt people. Do you sense that anger is really rising within her at the moment?
Yeah, I think you saw it when she slammed the ice pack onto the ground early in the fourth when she got subbed back in. Like, let me just go hit somebody. But that's what Jenny wants, and Shannon thinks let's play on, let's play on.
Do you have some concerns for her?
Yeah, I mean, we'll protect her as our teammates. We'll do whatever we can to have her back and make sure that she's seen and validated in those moments, because it's tough. Like, being Han, I hope that everyone watches that back and sees what she's having to handle. But yeah, we'll support her, whatever she needs.
It looked like at one point you went to the refs shortly afterwards. It might have been about the same thing or not. Did you have a discussion with the refs about her?
Mm-hmm.
Want to share?
No, I was just asking the question. Like, I have a pretty good relationship with the refs, so I was just trying to understand what they were saying. And we were seeing two different things, and that's okay. But I was just trying to get them to see it from our perspective. So, yeah.
Yeah, we drove forward quickly. You got a 9 a.m. game on Sunday.
Yep.
You bet you got 5 days to prepare for it. Some teams over here travel a couple of days out. Some players go to bed at 6 p.m. so they can get up at 4. I suppose.
Yeah.
How do you approach it, knowing that it's been challenging?
Yeah, we this is one like we debated back in pre-season and spoke to some NBA guys about how they would deal with it. The problem is that we're not coming home. So normally, like if we played Sydney and then came straight home after, we would look at flying a day early, trying to stay, I think it's a Sunday game. So we'd stay there Friday, get them up super early Saturday and kind of get their body clocks adjusted for the Sunday. The problem is I think we're on the road for 8 or 9 days. So going a bonus day doesn't make a lot of sense. So unfortunately, we're going to fly in on Saturday and try and adjust on the fly. But yeah, it's something we haven't spent a whole lot of time thinking about outside of what I just told you then.
Do you change your preparation at all for that sort of a starting time?
I think that the times and everyone talking about time zones and changing and flying, whatever. Like, we got to figure out how to win a basketball game regardless. I think that in my opinion, it's 40 minutes. You can do anything for 40 minutes. No, my preparation doesn't change.
Anyone on the Zoom want to ask some questions, please?
Yeah, hey guys, it's just Seb from AAP. Anneli, I'll just start with you. It seems that today was both teams really wanted to win that, and there was a lot of desperation and heart in that game. How do you kind of feel the Lynx kind of managed that?
Look, I think if you can see it on the TV, that's a good thing. We want to play it with desperation and heart. We want to play with passion. Like we said earlier, we want to play with that a little bit earlier. We want that from the jump, because it's so prevalent when you see it happen, when you see our group kind of bubble up with that passion and that fire. That's what we need for 40 minutes. So, yeah, I'm glad that you're able to see that through the TV, and women's sport is super competitive, so it's good for fans, it's good for people watching to see two competitive, passionate teams go at it. But yeah, I think, like I said, 40 minutes of that is what we're chasing, but I am glad that you can see that through the camera.
And we also saw today be quite physical. Obviously, we kind of touched on it in this press conference, but how did you kind of just view the physicality from a sport perspective?
Look, there's basketball's a physical game, and there's a lot of it that. Also, my recollection immediately after is never correct. So, I always have to go back and rewatch it because I can't trust my immediate judgment. For me, I do love the physicality, but I would like to keep it basketball physicality. So I need to watch it back so I have a better understanding of what it was. But I love the physicality. That's the part of the where I play my best basketball. But I would like for all of the physicality that's experienced for everyone on the court to be basketball physicality. So yeah, I just, like I said, I'll have to go back and watch that because I'm not sure right now.
Awesome, thanks. That's all I have.
Anyone else on the Zoom want to ask a question, please?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep, all good. Just two for Maley, quickly. Obviously, you're a big part of the Pride Cup back with the Alpha Wildcats a long time ago, and I imagine it's a little bit sentimental to you to see such an initiative like this across nationally with the WNBL now? Sort of your journey as an advocate, does it mean anything to you to sort of now be a face of that, a part of the WNBL?
Yeah, I mean, like, this is the first time I think the WNBL has done a Pride round, if not ever in a really long time. And I think the goal is just for visibility and for people to know that basketball is a safe space. So for me, yes, it is like a very special thing, but it is for a lot of people in the league, you know, like to make basketball a place where they can just be themselves, like not just the players on court, the people watching, the people in the crowd, the extended fan base, like to know that like it's a place where you're welcome and safe. And I think that like I'm really proud of not just the WNBL but the NBL for doing initiatives like this because it affects the broader community in really positive ways. So yeah, very, very special, really, really proud of the WNBL for doing this, but also I just hope that the people watching and like it's such a small thing to be able to like see, you know, like a Pride uniform or a flag or something like that, but it is just inclusivity. It's knowing that like maybe a first-time watcher or someone in the crowd is like, oh, like this is a place where I'm welcome, because sport can be a hard place for people of marginalised communities. So yeah, it's just all about making people feel safe, I guess.
And there is a large toll on being an ambassador, and you've experienced it a lot in media and just as a person. And how do you balance that day to day, especially in a round like this, and ensuring that you can be the best on the court to inspire people, but also protecting your own well-being?
Oh, for sure. I turn off my comments and stuff, and I don't read any sort of messages or stuff online. I've learnt the hard way that you don't do that day of game or a couple of days after. Not just when I'm playing, but when I'm, you know, commentating and stuff as well. I stay off reading those things. But for me, it's more just about leaning into the positivity, because there's so much more positivity than there is negativity when it comes to these things. There's so much hate in the world. I don't need to lean into that. You know, like people are going to leave hate comments and messages and stuff regardless. But knowing that there's a positive impact is more important to me than, you know, some middle-aged guy that wants to comment hate. So I just lean into the good stuff.